So this is the final result of my 4 parts, my mix and match look. It's the second one I did and I like it a lot. As you see, I am a beautiful flower elf. I am a creepy alien. I got a cut in my forehead that on the elf side it's bloody, and on the other side I'm bleeding green because I'm an alien. And my sea-like or ocean-like t-shirt is laced up against Snake in the Jungle. And if you want to see how I did this makeup look, you'll just have to keep on watching as it's getting started right now. Hello my cutiests of all cutienesses. Today, as you see, I'm not really feeling myself. I'm really not me today, you know. I'm feeling so a little bit different. Yeah, that's the word. Different. As you see, I am prepared to do something really different today, and it's driving me nuts. There, that's better. That's my spot. Yay! Okay. I have done a look like this with tips you gave me, where I put a little bit of this on that side, a little bit of that side, with the throat in the middle and the legs coming out of my mouth. That look, I mean. We will call it from now a mix and match look. Because I have got to try today to make a jungle part with a snake, an elf and an alien, a bloody scar. I can do whatever I want with that corner of my body, and as it is this side with my bad hand, I can better do something easy on that side, but okay. To start this look off, as you see, I've put on a bald cap. I've put on already latex where I'm gonna have to put my cut in my forehead, so I am ready to attack myself later on. I've put on my elf ears because this stupid bald cap just comes to there, so I couldn't tuck in my ears, and I want it to be really like an egg. I'm gonna start. So I will have to split from the top of my head somewhere along my nose, or in my nose, along the lips, or however. And this I will split some way too, somewhere. Maybe a connection with some kind of lace. So I will make sure that this is a part where you can have a very obvious line. Now I will start painting the basic colors. So my face and everything on this side will have to be in gray or white, so that I can very well tone it. This side will have to be a light pink maybe. This side will have to be yellow and greenish. So I'm going to start with the baddest part, and that's this. I will paint my 4 colors and I will be back, because I'm not gonna film the entire base, or we will be filming in 10 hours from now. So the white of the face and the white of the body has been done, but I don't have a light pink paint, and this side I want to have light pink. Now what have I done? I have taken the lightest BB cream that I had from Cat's Wing, and I've taken this pink paint and I am mixing it together, and if you ask me, it's gonna be not so bad of a color. Let's see what it says. I can start on the top of the head, but foundation is not easy to apply on a bald cap, but for the rest the color seems to be nice. We'll see once I'm on my complete own skin. Oh yes, that is nice. So keep in mind, it's gonna be more sinking into your skin than a paint that is really on top. So you will never get it as opaque as a paint. But I did not expect it to become such a sweet color, candy-like color. It doesn't taste nice. So don't get it in your mouth. I am going to rub it onto the bald cap. I'm gonna put some airspun powder on it, because you have to powder this definitely, because it is foundation. With my big fluffy. Thank goodness I turned around, because I have coughed once in the airspun and it was a cloud along the living room and there was nothing left in my jar. So do not cough or sneeze into airspun or any other powdery. It's not a bright pink, but it is just the base that I want. So now that there's powder over it, I'm gonna try again on the bald cap. And ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, it does give a little bit of base. We are getting there, people. We are getting... Better result than expected. Always nice. Okay, airspun again. And I'm really just dabbing it on now. And what I'm going to do to set that is, instead of using setting spray, I'm gonna put hairspray on that. Now, my 4 basic parts have been done. So now I'm wondering, where am I gonna start? I think it's best to start on my toughest part, because that's gonna be a hard thing to do for me. So I better do that first before I get too tired to do anything like this. Now I'm going to take a pink pencil and I'm going to start an outline, half a circle, there. And as you might see or not see, I'm just dabbing it on with dots, because I didn't want to make the line immediately. So you can make it with dots first and then connect, and you will get your circle. You can also use a template or a jar or a lid. I always love to freehand, you know. I'm making a tip here. And I'm making a couple of tips here. One swirly thing here that comes out of nothing. Now I'm going to take a very nice blue eyeshadow. In the circle I'm gonna apply blue. That is pretty. And I'm gonna shade the tips halfway with that blue. So it's actually shading half of the shape that you drew on. And it's okay that it's a little bit cloudy like this turns out. It's perfect. Now with another brush I am going to take pink and with a soft pink I am going to line where that blue is, but blend it a little bit over each other. So it's half blue and half pink. Now this circle I am going to make pink in the middle. So it's a shade only in that middle, and I'm taking a brighter pink to blend a bit with. I'm going to take a very light blue with a clean brush. I'm taking a round tapered brush and a very, very light blue. And with that lightest blue I am going to blend these edges. on top of the red pencil that I've put in the beginning. So I'm leaving the lines underneath and just blend with the lightest blue that I've got around it. There, I have finished off the shading with the light blue. Now it gives the intention of being green, but it's really not. I used this lightest blue here, but it does give a little bit of a green shimmer, a green shine. Now, to work off this part, instead of working with a black paint or anything you normally would do, I am going to work it off with white. And I'm trying with my pencil. If that's not gonna work, I will have to take paint. Like that. I first did this with red, as you know, to have it really visible. And now I'm going over with white. But I think I'm gonna have to take paint. Or I'll have to sharpen constantly this pencil. I'm gonna take paint because I am going to be without this pencil and I will need it some more in this look. So instead of this, I'm going to take a very thin pencil. Make sure this brush is really clean. And now it might be ready for this green paint. It's not water activated. Now, it's lined with white. It's not really purely white, but it is lined. And I will go over these lines now with white eyeshadow. It's just like setting any other green. So the colors are really very soft on this side compared to the yellow, where I'm going to create a jungle with a snake. That's that. Now I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to do my pink powder and I'm going to use that to shade on the top around these objects. But I'm not shading the complete outline, just on the top part. And as you see here on the top of my shoulder, mostly, because that is a highlighted spot. It's so weird to have paint in your armpits and I really hate that feeling. But for this look I want to make an exception and do an arm too. Something that I normally don't do, but as you see, I am making an exception today. And now with the same brush I'm just going into the blue, more a turquoise color, and I will be shading with that underneath and feathering it a little bit out with my finger to not have it very harsh, because it is a shadow and not a real coloration. And what I do want to do is take pink paint, a dotting tool. It dots. That's maybe why it's a dotting tool. I'm taking blue paint to do the same on the blue parts. And you can use 3D glitter gel for this too, but as I want to take a lot of coloration and dotting in every section of this makeup, it's easier to use a dotting tool. It goes much faster, you have much more control. So officially this side is ready. I'm gonna do this side of the face. I didn't really have specific plans for it, but I am thinking purple on the eyelid. and immediately following a wing shape, because it's gonna be very contrasting to the other side, because there it's gonna be totally different. And the lightest purple mixed with a bit of pink on the inner corner. And pink by itself upwards in the entire eye socket, and even a bit downwards to the nose and underneath my eye. More of a pink tone in the middle. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Really very nice. And now I'm going to use a normal eyeliner. Serious wing, as you see. And I'm not gonna go too far under the eye because I'm gonna smudge that more. And with a very thin eyeliner brush, I'm just taking black eyeshadow to set this. And now with more a dark purple instead of black, I'm gonna feather or line underneath my eye. There. That's that. Now, this side doesn't really have a huge purpose or definition to it, because we are going to make a cut and there's going to be blood and there's going to be stuff like that. So the only thing I need on this side is a falsie. Let's do some contouring on this side, and I am going to take a blush for that. Instead of using brown or so, I'm going to feather on blush so that I do have contour in the context of the look. If you take a darker color and shade in there, it's gonna give a different look if you shade on top of that too. That I'm gonna smudge with my fingers. And I'm gonna go over that with purple in a moment, but for the time being I'm using dark brown for this, because I want to try as much as possible to blend that ear onto my own. Now I'm taking a purple, blending over that brown with purple. Now, eyebrows I don't have on this side, so let's just be without. But I am putting on my falsies. I've got a very nice shimmery color here, which I'm going to use as highlight. And I will draw me a pair of brows, no, one brow on this side too. That's that. So, this I'm gonna blend a little bit more. And I'm gonna put some mascara on my lower lashes. Now, for the other side, I'm gonna draw an eye. This I'm gonna make completely black. I will finish this off and put a little bit of shading around it, and then I will be back, because otherwise this video is going to take 24 hours. There! This side should be an alien. I think I look a bit like an alien, don't I? Wipke says so too. To finish off this face, all I have to do is make the cut, because there is going to be a big wound, a cut on my forehead. And what do you need to make a cut? A scissor. Now, to poke the hole, you gotta be very careful, because it's gonna be dangerous not to cut your own skin. But that's not easy, so I will cut the whole thing. It has to open anyway, because it's a gap and a wound, and it has to be pulled and squished and cut, and you know. I'm going to cut this open more. And I'm going to make new edges if necessary. I'm gonna put some black paint at the bottom, or eyeshadow. Now, of course, I'll need red. I'm gonna take a little bit of cotton, taking it apart and taking small pieces of it that you can even pull more apart, and putting that into a wound like this is perfection. It's making a gooey, pulled skin structure that you'll be able to hide in the cut. And then put in black and red paint. If you want to have some runny blood, just make your water activated paint wetter and wetter so that it will drip down a bit. Yeah, there's a drop coming. Okay, that's what I want. And I'm even going to use a little bit of greenish and bluish and a mixture of everything, and just dabbing that around. Just take a big fluffy brush and dab over it, blend it with red, and let's wipe that out. That is exactly what I want on this side. Oh god, it looks so gross and painful. Oh, painful, especially painful. But on this side, because I'm an alien, I don't have red blood. Aliens don't have red blood, so let's make some green, gooish, runny stuff. Dab it around the edge, taking black. Dabbing black and green together. A little bit of yellow, why not? While we're at it. And then I'm gonna put only black inside the wound extra, and that'll be enough for this. So, 3/4 is done. I'm gonna get clean water to do the last but most important part of this look. Now, I have put on my flower crown, because on that side I'm a little bit more feminine, I hope, than on the alien side. But It's gonna be a jungle, it's gonna be with a snake, it's gonna be hopefully the top of this. Look, I had a beautiful snake in mind, the head of the snake. Let's begin with that. You've got your little nose, like that. You've got a bump.
Als het wint nu zaterdag in het Koning Boudewijnstadion tegen Aliën. Standaard heeft nu 8 punten.
And then you go up, get that again, and you twirl.
Beveren nu zaterdag tegen Aliën, twee clubs die ook nog altijd kans maken op de groepszege.
Then
in groep B is er
your neck gets wider here because your mouth is open, and there comes your nostril, and here comes your eye. And your mouth starts there, from the nose. You have a curve there, curve there.
Vrijdag maakte hij Charleroi nog af met 3 doelpunten. Izquierdo is helemaal terug, klaar om revanche te pakken. Na die blamage bijna 3 weken geleden. Toen Anderlecht club belachelijk maakte en zogezegd uittelde voor de titel.
Now that is a rough outline of how the snake is going to be and to turn and to twirl. I'm going to get her outlined. She's gonna go behind my arm, and she'll come back around somewhere here later on, because I want to make my snake covered in leaves, and she will gently drawn on roughly so that I see where she's going to come. There, that'll be my entire snake. So, she needs a bit of white there, bang coming out of her lower jaw, comes from there, and this is going to be that huge poisoned teeth of hers.
Club Brugge en die 4-0 nederlaag van vorig seizoen toen club kampioen werd tegen Anderlecht.
And there is white in her mouth. She's got 3 little teeth here. 1, 2, 3. But this, I should be able to color. Yeah, I know my outlines. Now, I'm gonna need a very small detailed brush, and I got one. And I'm going to start on her nose. That's the first piece. Yes, I did it. Like so. Okay, so the tooth. Now, she has got a black shadow in her mouth that comes there and goes to there. That's not so bad for my first snake. Now, that's the inside of her mouth. That's gonna be pink and white. There is a little line in there too, and she does have that at the bottom of her mouth. I'm using black eyeshadow instead of paint now. I hope you can see. I'm going to put the camera a bit lower.
Maar voor dezelfde scherpe prijs, als je de aankoop van een keuken overweegt, vraag ik u om zeker ook eens bij ons langs te komen. Pas daarna kun je de goede beslissing nemen.
She does does have a little nostril there. The only thing that's gotta be really over detailed here is her eye. So. That is already very well. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is shade underneath the snake and then I will color it in. You will see as I go. I'm gonna use this on the head with a small appliement brush. That is amazing. Now a brush and a color like that in eyeshadow. Great! I never thought it would be this amazing. Wow! Now the eye, I'm going to detail it with just that. That's all she needs. Wow, I never thought I would get through that, but I did.
Maar die enkel moeten aanduiden aan de ingang van de zone. Als je ergens een stad gaat bezoeken of zo, dan kan je dat nauwelijks weten en ga je vergeten van de parkeerschijf te gebruiken met alle negatieve gevolgen van dien. Je mag elke
I'm gonna finish that shading and I will be able to do the details and the plants, and then I will be done. I am not gonna typically stamp on the snake look that everybody always does. I want to have this a little bit different, a little bit my own style, so to speak. And in her mouth she has got a little bit of pinkish. Her gums. She is so pretty. I'm just gonna put a little white dot in her eye, the smallest highlight, and then she's done. Now, I'm gonna create some plants around that. You will see as I get along, but I do not want to cover her too much because she's so pretty and I don't want to have an overload of plants and stuff. And make some leaves here and there. Just like so. Now as you see, this is not very detailed, very special. It's all about the snake on this side, so the leaves and everything are just wildly growing everywhere. There is my snakey. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of shading underneath and around her with brown eyeshadow. Okay, there's my snakey, there's a little bit of shading, now a little bit of highlight, a little bit of dots, and this look will be completed. I'm gonna do the dots. I got dark, light and white here.